going into game 2, yep, knowing that we still have 5 remaining, knowing that based on the leaderboards from yesterday, that 17 points at one point separated first and last. And by the way, a quick note, we can see the mini-map, but I think Tfue, yeah, there it is.
There it is.
I'm pretty sure Tfue has the block all by himself.
No
Again,
one.
Flipnote didn't want to challenge it this time.
No one nearby at all. And also on that map, look at the 2 llamas right outside the racetrack. It looks like one player's about to go claim them. Also, Bizzle basically lands the Dusty Divot uncontested. I believe already got a llama in this one. So some great movement will be up there. Them, here again, the stats for last match. First place, the Victory Royale, 19 total points because of those 9 limbs. Sitting pretty. 5 away. $1 million.
I have to say, seeing an average placement stat of first, that's something I would screenshot just to hold on to. Yeah, well played. I am for all the games that we played.
Yesterday in duo with a common SMG is twins and Pumpkin. He missed left and right. That was a sloppy fight from both sides. I'm going to say it right now. Those early game fights can be very, very awkward, but we also have the first elimination from we saw earlier. And it was Bizzle with the common pistol and then says, here's your reward. A llama that was looking at a nice view from the top of Dusty Divot.
Kovacs out of his mind. So by the way, a quick note here. Twins had 46 elims in his qualifying matches. So many eliminations to get to this point. Over 10 games. That's huge.
And most players didn't even get to play the full 10, so you got to think Twins did pop off.
Shadow box sitting on minis and a pump.
I didn't even fucking beat one load the whole game.
Pick up maybe one more movement ability, depending on whether or not it's to keep the flint.
kind of greedy from Tfue. He has a ton of material. I think he didn't expect his opponent to challenge and go for a shot, but because he tries to save a couple walls of wood, has to pop one of those big shields. And Kluja says, you know what? I'm at it here, and the zone's already there, so Tfue has a long trek ahead of him. Might have to decide if he's going to use a launch pad here. Probably not, as he does have the slipstreams down below, but still will take some damage from this storm.
If there is a rift spawn up at the burner, he can jump off midway through.
Kluja eliminated to start off this game in 90th place. So our game 1 winner out early on, which means that that 9-point lead will surely be cut down as this one goes on. Quick thing I want to remind everyone of, yesterday we were nearing the #1 trend in the world on Twitter. I'm going to challenge all of you right now. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup across everywhere. Send in how you're watching today. Let me know who you think's going to win. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup everywhere from the millions of you all tuning on in. Can't stress that enough. Let everyone know that the largest event, one of the largest events of all time, concludes today with a $30 million prize pot in total throughout the weekend.
Keysar holding and headed here. Stuck in a stalemate. He's going to hold that side, look for the shot. Can't quite find it. Player backs out of that. Not fast enough to get
Mr.
it.
Savage goes down to Mega.
Big names eliminated early in this game 2, the World Cup solos. Keysar holding this edit yet again, just trying to wait and watch to see if he's going to spot this player and make a move. This might be a evading the ultimate high ground here. Little resets, can go for a wall replace. Does get it. Pressure applied, gonna jump up. He built the ramp preemptively to defend against any shots. Here it is, a shot from the side does make contact. Twins down to 90 total HP. Big hit there with the shot. He can try and rotate up on the outside, getting pressured against the edge of the storm, and a build-off is kind of the only answer at this point. Quick, and it's down. Doesn't quite find that the player inside ahead of him has the lead. Another big hit. 14 HP left for Twins. A build fight is all he's got left. He could shadow and try and get away, but if the player inside is smart enough, Keenstar knows exactly where to shoot. Twins is going to go down. We'll see here. One pump is all it takes, though, with this thing. 150 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Almost going down there. No shield remaining. A back and forth between these two titans of Fortnite. And there it is. Keenstar finding the lead with the shotty there, and Twins eliminated.
Move towards Storm Surge kicking on in. I do want to point out where this next zone is. Smokey Production will bring that back in for you all to see just how insane zone number 2 will be for everyone on this map.
Actually,
yeah, because they have a long run ahead. Look at that.
All the
a third
way
of
to
the
the
zone
south side.
Off the map.
Not only are we forced all the way to the bottom of the map, got nothing on the south end of the safe zone. Players can get compressed together. I would expect going into circle 3 or 4, you're going to see a very low player count in comparison to last game. We're already down to 75. And Storm Surge now getting to kick in. You have 5 players that need to go down before damage starts to go out to those that have not dealt enough of it. Yep. Multiple players bunkering up here. Hamlin. Not a whole lot of real estate left. Shots going out there. You heard that minigun, one of the very good weapon for applying pressure to structures, especially when you see other players are taking shots at the same target. Let it fight the top left of your screen there. Replay between Niddle, opponent inside the box. The first shot follows through with a second, third, fourth, and the elimination.
Had 1 health left. If you look, after the 50 health was earned, he was stuck at 50, meaning he was under 1 HP. He had effectively 0.9% health. And goes down there. His opponent can't win the fight as he's rewarded. Nakamura on your screen, 179 total HP, and that's a tough battle you have here, Doctor. You use your last healing item in the big shield for only 21, or do you hope maybe 179 health is enough for the next fight? It's a double-edged sword, a tough decision to make. Storm Surge still active. 4 more players need to go down before it ends.
Trying to get the wall there, can't quite find it. Quick edit up and out.
Solid
Gonna make the rotation away. Waiting. This is just an opportunity. He's basically trying to bait to see if the player inside is gonna head out. Shockwave, Lecce hits the tree and might cost him. Pressure being applied now. The 1v1 not over quite yet. Combat shotgun from above right here will be very effective. The spread, a top-down position like this is like a guaranteed crit. Here we go. Shot from behind, can't quite make contact yet.
Zone now hitting for 2 as well.
Players gonna have to go for it very soon. Here we go. Another shockwave to push away. Storm Surge is active. It's going to be key to survival. We'll see. I guess the swap in position. But she took the high ground temporarily here.
They're at a point now where they basically just...
They have to
one of them needs to get in a fight. One of them needs to win this fight if they want to survive for the 50 extra health. Lechi slowly taking this damage. 2 ticks every second, and it's going quick. Dr. Lupo now down to just 12 HP. This could be done here momentarily. A shot! No! Moffin wins it with the quick shotgun to the dome, and you see, using 4 bandages, the 50 health puts him back up to 100. It should be enough to move on in. Storm Surge now over as well, and the next zone just popped up, and it's even more Southwest. Tfue still alive in this game. So far, 0 eliminations. Still, though, with this magnificent inventory for the late game.
I just want to say that the bait outside in the storm, forcing your opponent to take damage knowing that they're not healing for their own HP, basically a way of weakening them, and then you choose the time to engage, means you don't even have to be as active as before. That shotgun, Tfue take a couple shots, and that player on rotation with the Shadow Bomb, a little more difficult to see them since they're basically invisible. They are a shadow.
Yeah.
Is that why they call it a Shadow Bomb, Jack?
Not entirely sure yet. I'm still figuring that out. Tfue not safe in the next zone. He's going to use the launch pad. He's going to try to use whatever his opponent places down right here.
Oh, no damage being applied. An attempt to try and bait. Doesn't put down that launch pad. Here we go. Thought for a second he might go for the right. Chooses not to, flying past multiple players in
Shadow Bomb
move. And here we go, shots from the backside, pressure being applied on Tfue, and he's going to have to box up for just a second. There it is, Shadow Bomb, door headed. He'll make a move on the outside. He is in the shadow form still, and you can keep this by jumping against the wall.
That was not a good Shadow Bomb.
Big hit from above, down to 55 HP. Tfue then headed from the outside, and he is eliminated by game.
And look who it is again, King, the player with 7 eliminations in game number 1, keeps the aggression going in game 2. The heavy sniper that immediately destroys that wall and is rewarded with incredible loot, almost max builds as well. Tfue, a very quiet start to today's World Cup competition.
Very intelligent play there. Again, more impressive, more aggressive than we've seen thus far.
Yep. It's working out up to this point.
Oh my gosh, this is back down to Happy Hamlin right at the east side of the safety. And this is the far southwest. Remember, about a third of it is in the water right now. Nobody's on the island, the outside. We're going to see next. There it is, focused to the west. That submarine atop the island.
Stacked on the right side of that zone. So if you're early in this next zone, on that northeast side, you can put a ton of damage downrange as everyone has to move right at you. You see Karu does go down to Diego GB in your elimination feed. Drop coming on through. Crew boxed up, Freya boxed up. Rux under 100 health. Has to play this one safely, but they are so far on the right side of the zone. This one is going to be quite quick, Ben. They got it ready for it. There's already the first shockwave used. Rux trying to shoot them from behind. Not able to get elimination there. Class so far away. Will use the launch pad and just begin to move toward this zone.
Have to think about
able to qualify together for this competition, but make it into so by himself. Was on the far side of this zone, so also not a fun spot by any means.
Quick note, King currently has the highest damage in the match. 574, meaning, like I said, that aggressive gameplay. Still in it, still trying to win, still trying to get the beat on players, and a quick beam on Aspect up the ramp, off guard by an edit play. A shot through the wall, gets the follow through with the edit, and he goes down. He is playing out of his mind right now.
King reminds me of like Vinny and Zextro back in the earlier Euro competitions when they would just try to fight anyone they saw. 7 eliminations in game 1, now 4 eliminations in game number 2, and there's 3 remaining. And there is only one person in the next zone that just popped up, Dr. Lupo. It is as far west as possible, and look at those people frantically moving on over as everyone knows prime real estate is available. This is the most insane zone I've seen. No one's in it. No one's in it.
King, one of our players from Argentina. He is the minimum age required in order to play the World Cup. 13-year-olds.
Wait, King is 13.
He is indeed.
Oh my goodness.
Jack
Got
is
11
a million times better than both of us combined.
Yeah. On the height, Vivid still alive in this game. Arc still alive. Will again place the launch pad, and what you saw right there, a ramp placed off of it, so he doesn't go all the way up. It's basically a sitting duck up in the air. Kind of flows quite quickly towards the opposing player. King, imagine $1 is a 13. I mean, I think that was all like crazy when I was that age.
Probably.
And enough ice cream to, well, don't really know where I was going with that one.
A lot of ice cream. Top of here, the push through the air. King getting aggressive in that safe zone. Here we go. Gonna have to hold the wall for just a moment. It'll drop down. Like this repositioning. It doesn't want to be insane elevation. Still in this game on screen. Clicks taking out Cease in speed.
29 players left is the big thing to note. For placing points, which if you make it the top 25, those are the 3 points earned. That is the mind of every player still remaining, and the zone's still moving west now.
Shots through. Got a quick swap there, picks the shotty back up. Interesting little play on the fly there from Zell. Trying to do just enough damage to the wall. Here we go. Shockwave. Gonna look for optimal placement. Maybe a little bit of time to disrupt the Shockwave into a Shadow Bomb. 9,000 IQ. All the way across the map and take as high on the mountain as possible. Very excellent play there for positioning the King on the show. West Hall, game 2. 5 eliminations. We are in the top 25 for placement now. So King even higher on the
King was already surging towards the top of our lead. Now could very well be out of this game. King spraying up with the submachine gun. Players are moving as fast as they can over this mountain. The left side of your screen, now the full screen. Enku still moving through. Look at how fast he can tunnel. Benji Fishy still alive in this game. Down the hill we go. Rogue Shark on top right now. Will the waterfall down for a moment. Vivid still followed on up. King down to 40, 30, 20, 15 HP. Under 10. No, still. HP. I mean, if you get to the team, this is a miracle. No, down goes King, but I think crowd favorites begin to emerge today. Benji Fishing goes down as well.
crowd behind him. Loves still in a ball in the bottom.
Top 15.
Star sitting on 2 eliminations. The entire team on your screen. Rogue Shark looking up top.
Vivid's on height.
Still there too.
Vivid's on height.
It's an opportunity here. Can capitalize and take shots on all these players rotating. At this point, Vivid's best bet is to get players out of followers into fights. You don't want to let them remain inside of the station. If you pop them out, it may be an exposed position. Other players can take shots and then
Oh no.
a better play.
Look at the ballers. The ballers scale them out. Vivid.
he goes on forward and grabs another one with great awareness onto Nate. So unbelievable play from here. King is just racking up elims. Again, no placement points in this game, but he still puts himself within distance of Booga. Well, Booga went down earlier there. He took out Clicks as well in the box. And he's taken out Aspect, he's taken out Tfue, he's taken out Clicks. These are some of the best box fighters in the world. But now, King, he's saying, hey, I'm here in the Fortnite World Cup. I am one of the best box fighters in the world as well. So guys, that's King, the story so far. He's climbing the ranks, he's inching ever so closer to Booga. Gentlemen, back to you.
Great stuff, Bala, and yeah, a fantastic breakdown of how King has made it up to our second round. The way today's competition on the road to crowning a Fortnite World Champion. Thoughts after game 22?
I'd love to see the aggressive gameplay from King and others. Those kind of plays you don't often see in the Fortnite World Cup or really any competitive play. A lot of players are waiting for those opportunities to maybe get shots on players that are moving, that kind of thing. It's been great to see, and obviously a crowd favorite here, as we've heard people erupt every time he pushes into the box. What about you, thus far?
Crazy action. I'm really interested to see how these different landings continue. We've already seen games when people switch up their spots, land at different areas, and sometimes it's come back to bite them. All I know is that's what it is for us two for right now. We'll be back later today, but down on the floor we have Zeke with some more information on our players.
Thank you so much, Lupo Courage. Man, what an insane first two games here on the first day, or the final day of Solos competition. Booga with the shockwave play to give him the high ground. And then here, Sky, his positioning on point, getting the win over Dub. I mean, you guys, and of course, the Marshmallow performance. If you guys are here, how have you enjoyed the day so far? What do you think? Some of you are still sleeping. Guys, what do you think? This is it, the final day! There it is. You're awake. I appreciate that. Now, of course, guys, we've been getting through this Fortnite action all weekend long. But don't forget, we actually had creative happening earlier on Friday. Now, if you remember, there was a certain team captain with a great crew. They won, and they became the first ever Fortnite World Cup creative champions. And that was the Fish Fam, led by team leader Scissors. Now, we can check up on it, see how things are going for them.
And we're here in the player lounge right now, joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, Scissors, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week one qualifiers. We're the most stacked team. There was no competition. Just when the last map was a death run, I knew we had that in the bag. We got some good players here. I knew Zan would clutch up, and he did just that.
You could tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need one coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
Here it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with death runs, you need to like do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and like change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play creative maps?
I think I would definitely stay consistent with creative because I feel like there's a lot of potential in creative still. And yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18 and he just won $336,000. Yeah. What are you going to do with the prize?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent.
I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to save my money.
I am going to be responsible and probably just invest most of it and try and get even more money back.
All right, guys. Congratulations again. Absolutely outstanding job. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
Once again, massive props to Scissors and the Fish Fam. They worked as a unit, and that's what got them the dub in the end. the grandfather of creative, shows up huge here on this stage. Now, of course, guys, we know you want to get back into games. I want to get back into games too, but first, let's just make sure they give a little bit of a break to the players. We'll hop back in as soon as we can. Now, I did talk about creative a little bit, but don't forget, we also had that Celebrity Pro-Am. Players and people from different walks of life all came together to take part on this stage and play for charity. Now, of course, we had Ninja and Marshmallow, your 2018 Pro-Am defending champions that faced off against Airwalks and RL Grimes, your Summer Block Party Pro-Am champions. And the winners in the end were actually Grimes and Airwax. They are two-time Pro-Am champions. So let's actually check in with them and see how they're doing.
I'm here in the player lounge right now, joined by our Pro-Am winners, RL Grimes and Airwalks. Wasn't totally expecting you'd win 2 in a row. Can you walk me through those final moments?
Felt really good. I don't think I would have won if I didn't have him.
Now, RL Grimes, you were holding your own, you were keeping up, you were staying alive, you were getting eliminations. How did you change your playstyle from last Pro-Am to this Pro-Am?
I think we learned a lot from the last one, just that you should focus on late game a little bit, and I just sort of let him lead the way and made it happen.
How did it feel to play with a potential World Cup duo winner?
It's amazing. I'm actually going to come tomorrow and sit in the stands and cheer for my man Airwalks, yeah.
Maybe make an Airwalks sign and wave it in the air?
Maybe a 98 bot sign. I'll hold it up.
Good luck on the event tomorrow. Congratulations on winning. Congratulations on winning. Incredible, incredible gameplay throughout Fortnite World Cup Pro-Am.
Man, Grimes and Airwax coming in clutch. Very happy for those two, but I'm actually happy for this guy right here. This is one half of your Duos World Champions. This is Nyrox. I need you guys to make some noise right here, right now. Show him that you love him. How does that make you feel? You got all these crowds.
That's great. Feels amazing.
There you go. Now, Nyrox, let's chat a little bit, right? Because you played yesterday, like I talked about, in the duo competition. Your partner, Aqua, is actually playing today in the solo competition. So what advice did you give them heading into these games?
I told him earlier this morning that he should stick with the plan we had yesterday. And even if he has a bad start, he can still make a comeback like we did. And he can still take the win.
That's pretty good advice, pretty good advice. Now, you're already a world champion. You've got the title. So how does it feel now that you've got this title, you're here, you get to experience this and watch the solo competition? You know, how are you feeling after all that?
Even though I won't compete in solo as well. But hopefully this gives me confidence in solos, which makes me do better in solo next tournament.
Okay. One final question for you. This morning, you know, obviously yesterday was Tuesday. You had a night to kind of sleep on it, and then you woke up the next morning. Did it sink in? You know, how did you feel the next morning when you're like, man, I'm a world champion?
It feels surreal. It doesn't really feel like I've won anything because it was so big. It was almost too big to imagine. But yeah, it feels amazing.
Well, again, massive congrats to you. One half of our world champions. Again, give him some love, Fortnite fam. Thank you again, Nyrox. Appreciate your time. Now, there's actually another player we want to talk about real quick, and that is Skite. He just won this second game, so let's see what he's got to say.
I'm Skite from Lustream. I'm French, coming from Paris. I've been preparing the finals by playing customs and playing every day with friends or mates. It was hard in the beginning because my wrist was a little bit broken, so I just wait and then I qualified for the boss in the last 2 weeks. I definitely want to thank my team because they support me a lot when I was playing qualifier. In here we are more aggressive and NA is a little bit slower, so we try to play a little bit safe. I think maybe Zayt is really good and I want to take him down. I don't think playing in Stadium will affect my my gameplay because I already did it. I love everyone and I'm just excited to play.
There you go. There you have it. I mean, Sky, this guy is amazing. I'm a big fan. Sky, you know this. I'm a huge fan. Now, guys, there's so many players, 100 here, that I wish we could spend so much time talking to every single one individually. But let's actually dive in specifically to one, and that's Mr. Vivid. You know, Mr. Clutchman himself. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him there. But don't worry, he's going to bring some more heat. We actually had time to spend with him and his hometown, learn more about him. So let's watch this together.
I live in South Jersey in a small town. Population of under 1,000. You see a couple of cars pass by your house. It's quiet, so it's nice. Here, I played Fortnite at the highest level.
Vivid picks it up. Gets the elimination.
My name is Noah Wright.
Oh, yeah, bud.
Also known as Vivid.
Let's go, dude.
I am 21 years old. I've been playing competitive Fortnite for almost a year now.
Vivid, a familiar name to a lot of fans.
What makes me a successful player is probably all the hours that I put into it. The schedule gets kind of crazy, but I keep myself in good shape. I will do a workout routine, 20 minutes on the exercise bike, 15 minutes of stretching, and then back to playing Fortnite.
Look at that! I don't know what's hitting you, bud. What's hitting you?
Just having fun.
Vivid popping off. Taking that victory right out. That was insane.
I live with my dad. We've always been really close. All he ever wants to do is fish. He takes care of everything around the house. Makes everything really convenient in terms of, playing games and just being able to focus on that.
Our schedules work pretty well. When I get done work, he's usually up gaming, so we do spend a little bit of time talking and going through the day's activities. Noah and I helped each other very much getting through the difficult time.
When I was 10, my mom passed away. She passed away to a cancer called small cell carcinoma. It definitely made me mature a lot. Made me realize how much my mom actually did for me.
Noah's mom had a very big impact on his life. She set the ground rules, make sure the grades were all straight A's.
Knowing that I'm successful at doing what I love to do, that would just make her really happy.
Ready?
Yeah. Fortnite granted me with a decent amount of money. I can help my dad out now, so I got on the boat.
He presented it to me for being a great father, bringing him up since their mother passed away.
I actually haven't been on the boat yet. So this weekend I'm going to go on the boat for the first time.
Getting him on the boat and back on the water again, one of my ultimate dreams.
Looks nice.
What do you think Mom would say?
She'd like it.
I love it.